Uh, can we have the slides up, please? Okay. Thank you so much for setting this up. Good evening, guys. Actually, I thought I will that my session was supposed to be much earlier, and I would greet you all with maybe a good afternoon. But nevertheless, I'm happy about the fact that I'm not the last one between the awards and you. There's another session also. So great. So this is a very ignored topic, and I'm making a very bold claim as well today. But this is a very important topic, and we shall discuss how. So, in today's day and age, or where we have about 900 million internet users, as well as the power of content creation, which has been given in the hands of individual content creators and not really professional content creators. There is content which is being produced of every shape and size, which certainly means that it's a very high possibility that when you run your ads, if your ads run alongside misaligned content, it becomes a double-edged sword. And rather than they working for you, they work against you. And hence, we as marketers today, it becomes our responsibility to safeguard our brands from this mishap. So, as marketers, we are all interested to spend the brand money in the most cost-effective way as possible. And in this madness, a lot of times, we somewhere tend to forget the difference between being cheap and being reasonable. And these concepts were taught to us as, kids. So today we shall discuss the linkage between how, while chasing low-cost CPMs, we often forget its linkage with misaligned content. So on one hand, a brand aims to, sorry, the slides are misaligned over here and it's not working. So how do I, it's still not working. There's a lag. So it's fine. So I was saying that, okay, on one hand, a brand aims to spend all its marketing budget to aid brand metrics. I think it's working. Got it. Sorry about that. So yet again, I was saying that on one hand, a brand aims to spend all its marketing dollars to aid brand metrics, and in case while doing so, the opposite happens. It not only kind of all your dollars that you spend go down the drain, but it kind of works the other way around. In fact, it works for your competitors. So I asked this question that low cost CPM, but at what cost? At the cost of low quality content association, or at the cost of a brand depreciation? Let's go through a few scenarios. How about this scenario? We all are guilty of the fact that we give our telephones to our kids when they're crying to kind of pacify them. They are very smart to kind of maneuver through the YouTube icon and watch their favorite cartoons or the nursery rhymes. But because the login on YouTube is ours, again, because the login on YouTube is ours, the ads that are served is centric to the parent. So in this case, a finance ad on maybe a Motu Patlu content. Is this relevant? Absolutely not relevant, because rather on this kind of a content, I rather show a candy ad, because at some point of time, the kid might ask their parents to buy that candy, and thereby aiding brand purchase intent. Let's look at another scenario, and this is a very common scenario. I would say it's a very realistic scenario where an alcohol ad comes on say religious or spiritual content. So we at Channel Factory do something which is called as content strategy analysis, because at the back end we've got all content of YouTube which is mapped as per different categories and all of that. And in a recent content strategy analysis, what we saw was that for an alcohol brand, a good percentage of impressions were served on spiritual or religious content. You know, in an emotional country like India, isn't this a perfect recipe for a disaster? Let's take another example. How about a luxury fashion brand being seen along a Bhojpuri video? You know, it's very possible, very much possible, because I might be a high-flying businessman from Bihar and an affluent businessman from Bihar. So all the signals that are going to the ad server is to show this person a luxury brand ad. But at that point of time, I'm watching a Bhojpuri video. So does this type of content align with the ad? Absolutely not. Because what is it at all solving any brand purpose? It is absolutely not. Last example, so a luxury car company seen on a car accident ad. You know, in all probability, this content will be tagged under the auto category, because the kind of hashtags that it will have along with associated with them would be hashtag car, hashtag accident. And you know, if you're a luxury car company, your ad comes right next to this content, what is the aftertaste that you leave in the consumer's mind? You know, obviously every time I would see this car, I will in my subconscious mind think about a car accident, right? So another point to be noted is, any of the content that I showed you, does this violate the platform policy, any platform policy? No, it's not hate speech. It is not sexually provocative. It is no high bloodshed content. And but still, for this kind of a content, it's not very ideal for a lot of brand categories to be associated with it. Hence, you know, I say that everything that is brand safe is not really brand suitable. You know, brand safety is an extreme term, but brand suitability is a very relative term. So in the quest of running after low-cost CPMs, we often tend to forget this point somewhere. You know, one of the studies that we did in 2021 along with Group M showed that on an average, approximately 28% of the impressions that you run in your campaign are run on misaligned or unsuitable type of content. Let's take for instance, the YouTube ecosystems. It is the largest. It is the largest UGC ecosystem. It is the most unique and the only creator economy where creators earn money by the platform running ads on it. So from a creator mindset perspective, what is my objective on YouTube? My objective on YouTube is to maximize as much views as possible so that maximum number of ads can run on it, and as a creator, my revenue kind of becomes as much as possible. So at this point of time, anybody can become a creator. Anybody can create a channel. If you have a video, you can just put a headline, a description, and a few tags, and there you go. Your video is up there for consumption by anybody and everybody. You know, and that is the reason why there is content which is being uploaded of all shapes and sizes. So what does YouTube do? YouTube scans it for platform violations. You know, it scans it for, say, sexually provocative content, high bloodshed content, hate speech content, and all of that is taken down. But when it comes to brand suitability and contextual targeting, so YouTube also does behavioral targeting very, very well. So which means that, so Google, they say Google knows more about you than you know about yourself. But when it comes to uh, contextual relevancy as well as suitability, it is got, so YouTube has come up with a partner called YouTube Measurement Program. And that is a program which, this is a platform called, there's a program called YouTube Measurement Program. Not about a lot of people know about it, but it does exist. What is YouTube Measurement Program? YouTube Measurement Program was created to offer an array of independent solution providers for driving, measuring marketing performance and understanding content trends on YouTube. So when a partner has a YouTube measurement program badge, what does this mean? It means that this particular partner has been carefully vetted and meets YouTube standards. It also means that YouTube considers it to be a trusted business partner to provide certain value added offerings on top of the native platform. Channel Factory is a certified YouTube measurement program partner. So when a partner becomes YTMP certified or YouTube measurement partner program certified, it has got access to expanded APIs. So on an average, so YouTube APIs are very, very common. Anybody has access to your APIs, but usually the quota of that API is very, very less. Usually it is 50,000 server calls a day. For a YouTube measurement partner program, it is to the tune of 450 million server calls a day. So that is the magnitude of data that YouTube allows for a partner to kind of ingest this type of data, this magnitude of data. So can this problem of misaligned content be addressed? It can certainly be addressed by using certain artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies like Channel Factory's ViewIQ. So what does ViewIQ do exactly? So Channel Factory's proprietary tech called ViewIQ pulls a lot of tons of data from YouTube to screen it. While most in the industry only screen through tags, creator inputted tags. Creator inputted tags are headline, description, and the tags associated when you upload a content. What does Channel Factory does is, Channel Factory reads through what's there in the actual video by virtue of one, audio transcriptions, second, image recognition or computer vision, which is enabled by AI enabled image recognition systems, sentiment analysis, which is, we record likes, dislikes, and the comments on a video. Also, we consider the production quality. And all of this at a massive scale because of the YouTube expanded APIs that we enjoy. What do we do with this data? We ingest this data into our servers. We run AI and ML models over it. And then we categorize all the content of YouTube between certain IAB categories and also label the content between suitable and unsuitable in line with GAM standards. GAM is Global Alliance for Responsible Media. So, just imagine the magnitude of data that we analyze or content that we analyze. So there is, so again, a question for you guys. Any idea of how much content is available on YouTube? There is 17,000 years of content. I'm not saying days, I'm not saying hours, I'm saying 17,000 years, which means that nobody, or maybe all of these people in the room, if they spend all of their lifetime looking at only YouTube content, we will still not be able to see all the content, right? So that's the kind of magnitude of data that we ingest, we process, we classify, and we label it between suitable and unsuitable. I'm sorry, slide got missed again, but no problems. We did a study with Now it's worked. Okay. We did a study with Magna Media Trials in 2021. It had a sample size of about 5,000 respondents that we showed ads to. And we showed ads to these respondents between in standard content as well as misaligned content. What we saw that when the ads were shown in standard content, the brand metrics were much better as compared to ads shown in misaligned content. What we saw was that the brand respect and the brand trust actually fell down for misaligned content, and there was a huge negative delta between purchase intent and brand quality perception for misaligned content. So let me just quantify this in a few numbers, and so that I can show you that how this low CPM, the matrix, is only a perceived matrix for upper funnel campaigns. So if you're, say for example, if your CPM is 100, which means that you've served 1,000 impressions, and one of the slides, one of my previous slides showed that about 28% that we analyze content and we come to this 28% number where ads are shown on misaligned content. So out of this 1,000 impressions, 280 impressions were actually wasted, I would call it. They were not actually wasted, they actually worked negatively for your brand because they were not aligned with your brand purpose, or not in the most conducive, not served in the most, on the most conducive next to the most conducive content. So it turns out that while chasing low cost CPMs, you really paid more because the effective number of impressions was 720. Now you redo the calculations, 720 impressions and 100 rupees CPM. So the quality CPM that you will arrive to will be much higher, which will be approximately 138. Hence, the low CPM is a big illusion. Not only, it's only an illusion on your Excel report, but in reality, the number is much higher. So you not only waste impressions, but also the wasted impressions will work detrimentally for your brand, for making your brand matrix actually fall. So I would like to conclude with this quote by David Ogilvy, which says, no matter how good your creative is, if it's either shown to the wrong audience at the wrong time, which means on, when you're serving an ad at the wrong time to somebody, which means that it's being showed on the wrong content, all your money goes down the drain, and it doesn't resonate with the content, with your brand. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I request all of you to kindly appreciate the presence of this wonderful man, and he's been sharing some interesting knowledge about YouTube, and I'll be hearing all of that as well. Any questions, of course, we can connect offline, and I request you to kindly pose for the photographers over here.